The high cost of living is hitting Americans hard, especially Gen Z. Many just starting out in the workforce. The Wall Street Journal finding Generation Z has more credit card debt in their early 20s than any other generation did at that age. The average credit card balance for a 22 to 24-year-old is $2,845, according to TransUnion data. That's 25% more debt than millennials held 10 years ago.
A lot of this, I think, is reflective of the general economic climate now, namely inflation. And that has really pushed costs higher for everybody. More people are relying on credit cards to get by.
This comes as rent prices continue to skyrocket, now 30% more than they were pre-pandemic. The Consumer Price Index shows everyday items cost an average 19% more today than they did when Biden took office. As inflation remains positioned to hurt Biden politically this election, the president attempting to rewrite history, telling CNN this week inflation was already at 9% when he took over.
It was 9% when I came to office. 9%.
It was actually at 1.4% and didn't hit 9% until June of 2022. Biden still championing the strong economy, saying the sticker shock hitting American wallets is actually caused by corporate greed.
And it's like 20% less for the same price. That's corporate greed. It's corporate greed. And we've got to deal with it.
Meanwhile, experts like Susan Collins, president of the Boston Fed, say the economy will likely have to slow before inflation falls to the targeted 2% levels.
So progress on inflation will very likely require lower growth in demand, particularly to facilitate further slowing in the core non-services inflation piece.
April's inflation numbers will be released next Wednesday. They're expected to remain elevated, likely leading the Fed to put off lowering interest rates. I'm Kayla Gaskins reporting.